This project called Sir, I'm going to start sort of towards the end. So sorry you don't really know what's going on yet, but the main project is kind of deals a lot with dementia, so it's a good thing you don't know what's happening. It's all relative, you know, it's a demented place. I cannot always remember what it is like to stand next to another human anymore. By this I mean what it is like to stand next to every room in their body. I like to drink my Earl Grey tea just after I brush my teeth because it tastes extra fresh like this, like it's from the produce department or something. No one knows this anymore. Every year I Photoshop my college ID to keep it current, and then I go to the opera where it makes my body feel both foreign and local at the same time, and I like this contradiction. It's the same way I feel when I write about how the word "and" is different from the word "human," and I think that if we could all just be a little more "and," we'd be a lot better off. I want to know these things about another human. The house that I'm now living in has a television, which is the first time I've lived with a television since I was in high school and lived at home. I've now learned from Oprah what forgiveness means. She said that to forgive someone means that you've realized that you do not wish you were any different than you are right now. Or it went something like this. There were no colors. This never happened. I understand now that this is what happens when a human tries to become an "and." The language won't let us. If it's actually true that all poets teach how to lament, then why is it that I don't know how yet? What is the difference between grief and lamentation? Please won't someone just tell me already? I'm writing these stories in reverse now because I can't remember how to omit time anymore. I would curse her. Don't you know she's got no memory? But the one from 70 years ago is like a glass of water, only even more clear. It doesn't even have that distorted part at the lip, the part where you can't tell how tall something is. The problem is that her sentences have to exist right now. This is what the limit of her body is. Sometimes I think about what it is like to live in Colorado now, for the first time since 3 generations, and I wonder if the memory of the body might be genetic. Mrs. Alice, what are the limits of the body? This is. Then that was it. It was like she had forgotten how to make a sentence anymore. This is what? What is this? Or was it, this is, period? I am so afraid of this. I work most days as a book designer, and 2 nights ago I was working on a text about phenomena when I noticed that something strange was happening with the letters. So I went in and more closely still and again, and I saw that they were breathing, literally and slowly. Maybe you don't believe me, but I saw this vividly. They had their arms crossed over their chests, and they were piled up all tight on top of one another, looking something like miniature living corpses on their deathbeds. I thought that they might be suffocating one another, being so close, and so I gave space around each letter and word and lettering and margin, and then when I went back in and in and in, they had stopped entirely. There was no more breathing, not even a little, not even slowly. From inside of my dream, Sir asked me if I was dreaming. I said, I don't think so. He said, you know, this is where the word goes when it's ready to die. It goes inside the book, and it holds itself here. The next morning I got a phone call that the author had died. Dear sir, can I still write you little letters even though you're dead now? Please say yes.